ConX Load Planner is next, so we'll press the button 3C. Again, notice that everything is in numerical order, telling you the order in which you're supposed to do the different parts of the submittal process. We created the submittal folders, we printed the drawings to PDF, we created the additional deliverables if required, and we go from A to B, C, and then D. Okay, so here we're at ConX Load Planner. We'll press that button. The only purpose of the load planner for the detailer, as far as the submittal process goes, is he will get a file back from the ConX Tech Project Manager that will then be placed inside of the model folder. Again, it's just a simple XML file that will be placed inside of the model folder. So let's go to the model folder and take a look at that. If I sort by details and date modified, you'll see there's a connexloads.clf file. This is the file that you'll get emailed from the ConX Project Manager. You place directly in the model folder, then you launch the ConX Submittal tool, and you'll see a bunch of loads here that the Project Manager has planned with your model. It's important to bring those loads back into your production detailing model and then write that information to the parts in the model. That's this button here. Again, there are separate training tutorials and videos just covering this process, but this is just more to show you that in the submittal process, before you export to Fabsuite and before you create the final submittal package for issued for fabrication or issued for approval, you want to make sure that you've loaded this data back in. Sorry, correction to that. Issued for fabrication will only need the ConX Load Planner data loaded back and written to the parts before you export. So again, load that information, write the data to the parts before you go back to the ConX Submittal tool, and then create the Fabsuite export. Alright, so the fourth step is to create that Fabsuite export. We have the drawings currently selected here in the drawing list still of everything that we're submitting. We then have the Fabsuite Tekla Model Exchange, and currently we're using version 1.8 with Tekla Structures version 17 because that fits exactly the version of Fabsuite and all the deliverables that we need. As far as the setup here, you're going to use the selected drawings option. You're going to include part user defined fields here. You're going to use the drawings from the plot files directory, and that's why I was explaining that we're exporting all the drawings there. And we can either use the CNC files from the NC files folder path, or you can choose don't export CNC files. Then you have all the drawings selected, everything set properly. We also want to make sure that we set the name of the Fabsuite file to match whatever's set in the detailing manual. You can either then browse directly from here to the Submittal folder, so that way it automatically goes in the correct location, or you can let it go into the Model Fabsuite folder and manually copy it and change it afterwards. So here I'll just go ahead and say export. And if the Fabsuite Tekla Model Exchange is not installed on your machine, the website will be brought up where you can download that from Fabsuite's website. Okay, that's now completed, so we'll close that. We'll then go to the model folder. We'll then go to the Fabsuite export. There we can see there's the Fabsuite file. I'll then go into my Submittals folder and go to the Fabsuite folder and paste it here. Now there is a naming convention that's supposed to be used for the Fabsuite folders, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy the submittal name here, go into Fabsuite, and I believe that you add the name Fabsuite here and then issued for construction, and now that's the zip file that's required to be imported into Fabsuite. If we go inside of that zip file, you'll see all of the drawings that were in the plot files folder have now also been linked inside of that zip file, and here's the XML file that has the bill of materials for Fabsuite. Okay, we've created all of the different deliverables that are required for the submittal. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to create a transmittal. You don't have to have the drawings currently selected in the drawing list in order to create the transmittal, The ConX Submittals tool does read information from the drawing list, but it already knows which drawings you're intending to submit because you've already printed those drawings to the PDF inside of the Submittal folder. So now we're just going to go ahead and say this is the current active submittal that we're making a transmittal for. We say create transmittal, and it's going to read through all of those folders and subfolders and files that are found, and then it's going to report that information to us here in Excel. We can see all of the different drawings that were included, from erection drawings, all of the FeatureApp Steel Projects XML files that were included, the fabrication drawings, including the revision number, as well as whether or not DSTV files or DXFs were associated with those particular pieces, as well as single part drawings. And then also down here, all of the additional bill of material report files that needed to be run, all the DXF and CNC files. And in this particular case, it's saying that there may have not been CNC files, or sorry, drawing files matching those particular piece marks, so we might need to look at that. And then also we can see that this Fabsuite export was included, but I did forget to include the Tekla model into this submittal. So the transmittal is pretty intuitive to read through those folders automatically and show you what you have included and potentially find things that you're missing or that you need to take a look at. So we'll go back to that submittal, and there you can see the transmittal. And the last step is to zip this up, load it up onto the ConX Tech box site for that particular project, and then email and notify the project manager that the submittal has now been released.